Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am so glad to see you all here. I am so glad you all could join me here. I'm so sorry I missed the last couple of days being here online. My little gremlin caught a stomach flu, and then he kindly passed it over to his mother. So we have both been suffering from a case of a stomach virus. I don't know what the heck it is, but I've missed you all, and I felt well enough to jump on here for a bit, well, before the stream, but for a bit to have a little discussion here because you guys, Prince Seiso's brother, the guy that Prince Harry hooked up with to start Sentebale, well, Prince Seiso's own brother has come out speaking against Prince Harry and basically what made whatever Dr. Sophie Chandauka was saying about Prince Harry, his behavior, his actions, the way that he was treating Sentebale like his own personal bank account and not caring really about the people or anyone. Prince Seiso's own brother has now come out and basically has confirmed what Dr. Chandauka has been saying to be correct about Harry. John, thank you so much. John says, hi, Duchess Molly. Actually, it's Princess Molly, right? Because remember, Camilla got a dog named Molly, and it's now being called Princess Molly. So I am officially Princess Molly. And Lady Christine and Lady Katie, thank you. Thank you, John. My apologies for my voice here. But so I was saying that Prince Seiso's own brother came out and basically, Queen Mole basically confirmed everything Dr. Chandauka said to be right. Let me play this so you guys can remember what she was saying.
Can you imagine what that attack has done for me, on me, and the 540 individuals in the Sentebale organizations and their family? That is an example of harassment and bullying at scale. And so if the world didn't want to believe that there's such a thing as bullying, this unleashing of the Sussex machine on me and the 540 employees at Sentebale who received this and have had to defend it. The choreography went badly on stage because we had too many people on stage. The international press captured.
The choreography went bad because Meghan Markle did not tell them that she was going to show up. She never RSVP'd to the event, and she was actually, Dr. Sophie was told she was not going to be there, only for her to show up at the very last moment and try and boss everyone around and act like she was the one in charge. Meghan, made herself look like an absolute fool in front of the cameras and everything because she always has to be in charge. Watch
this. And there was a lot of talk about the Duchess and the choreography on stage and whether she should have been there and her treatment of me. Prince Harry asked me to issue some sort of a statement in support of the Duchess. And I said I wouldn't. Not because I didn't care about the Duchess, but because I knew what would happen if I did so, number one. And number two, because we cannot be an extension of the Sussex. I put a whistleblower complaint about the bullying, the harassment, and the misogyny, and Prince Harry interfered in the investigation of that. And the senior independent director who should have taken care of it was the very same person who then delivered the news to me that I was going to be removed by the board. So it's a cover-up.
Yeah, not only is it a cover-up, but it's also how they bully people out of their positions. Remember what Meghan Markle did to Piers Morgan when he didn't believe that she allegedly wanted to take her life? None of us believe that at all. None of us believe that about Meghan. I don't believe Meghan ever had any kind of feelings of wanting to take her life, but it was just a way to manipulate Harry. Just like how she was never pregnant with Archie and Lilibet. And if Meghan has a problem with me saying that, like I have before, then she can come and try and sue me if she'd like to. But I don't think she will because she knows that I am right about that topic. And also, Meghan never had a miscarriage. They never allowed Meghan and Harry to carry human flesh and bury it under a tree. Like, that is absolute BS. They just go on telling all these lies. And this is what Harry and Meghan do. They go around putting all these lies out and expect people to fend for them, to come out and say what they're doing is correct. The other people are lying. Harry and Meghan are the Duke and Duchess of misinformation. So now I am glad that Prince Seeiso's brother has come out and defended Dr. Sophie Chandauka and has basically confirmed everything that Dr. Sophie Chandauka was saying about Prince Harry losing interest in Sentebale after he married Meghan Markle, and the fact that Sentebale had started to lose a lot of investors and a lot of people who were giving money to the organization because of their Oprah interview. It was because of Harry and Meghan's own actions. It was because Harry was stupid enough to let Meghan take the reins and tell him, I know what I'm doing here. I know that we will become billionaire rock stars of the royal family. And while Harry has given up everything he has known for a Soho House prostitute to gain everything that she has wanted, he has desecrated his entire legacy. This is what Harry will be known for. He's going to be known as a backstabbing, treacherous traitor who gave it all up for a trollop, a raggedy trollop as that, a raggedy trollop who is a scallywag and a charlatan and a freaking harlot who never achieved anything on her own accord, who has always used men to get where she wanted to go, who has always sucked a lot of bananas or ate a lot of bananas to get up the greasy pole. And Harry was the dumbest banana that she ever got into her mouth, but he gave her everything. He gave her absolutely everything for a nasty little trollop who has never achieved anything on her own. Harry being once a respected member of the royal family, and he was, because the PR machine that the royal family had behind him. Before I start reading this article, let me remind you, because this is the Harry that I remember. This is the Harry that I always remember before they tried to clean up his bad boy image. Him falling out of nightclubs, drunk out of his skull. Him looking higher than a kite. Him looking like he was actually, I don't know, chasing the dragon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know, I can't say the word. He looked like he was chasing the dragon as opposed to fighting dragons. Harry is an absolute moron. This is who Harry has always been, a drug-addicted idiot who was never put in his place. Instead of being sent to rehab, and not one day of going to a tour of a rehab facility with his father was nothing, okay? But he should have been in a full-time rehab. Instead, he was coddled. He was coddled. He was given everything to him. Let's not forget that Sentebale was set up by Charles and handed over to Harry to keep him busy. All of these charitable foundations and all of these patronages that Harry has gotten was all to clean up his image after he went romping around in Vegas with his twigs and berries hanging out, with his short and curlies out. We saw his royal butt cheeks hanging out. We saw it all hanging out. And yet still we have to deal with, Harry being paraded around like he is some sort of winner. I will always thank Meghan Markle for exposing Prince Harry to us and not the palace rectified persona that he had. Because the Playboy Prince persona, the whole I'm a good guy, I'm a fun-loving prince. Remember, at one point he was even more popular than Queen Elizabeth. That was all palace PR. Prince Harry is a moron. Prince Harry will always be a moron because let's not forget, I did write this morning and Harry said it himself. We always remember that Harry said, I didn't know I was unhappy until Meghan told me. Remember that? Now look at Harry. Ever since Harry and Meghan got together, I've always seen Harry looking higher than a kite. He's always stoned. He's always out of it. He doesn't look like he's at all there together. And this was the guy who said, I didn't know I was unhappy until Meghan told me. It's quite telling, right? Quite telling. Thank you, Honesty and Truth. Honesty and Truth says, sending a gift to King Charles. What a joke. Never. A desperate narc wetting her knickers as most of the whole world has worked her out and she can't understand or won't the reasons why she's loathed. Yeah. The fact that Meghan, if she did actually send King Charles, her ass ever jams or whatever, that is so disrespectful. It is so antagonizing to King Charles. And it's a way to get under his skin too, because she knows King Charles won't do anything. So she goes on antagonizing him, sending him gifts, harassing him. That's a level of harassment. I would toss the box. I would burn the entire box, throw it into a massive flame. I would check that thing for recording devices. You know what? Just dump it. Don't even bring the thing near the palace. Just throw it out into the water. Just burn the damn thing. But this is who Harry is. Harry is an idiot. And ever since they left the royal family, because Meghan convinced him that they were more popular than the royals, when in reality, Meghan just wanted to live out her dreams. Meghan didn't want to stand behind Catherine. She didn't want to be second in command or second in line. She wanted to be number one, despite the fact that Meghan has never been number one in her life. Meghan has never been an A-list celebrity. She's never been a Hollywood star. She was number 6 on the call sheet. And yet for some delusional reason, this raggedy trollop thought she should be the head of the royal family. She should be higher on the pedestal than Princess Catherine. Than Catherine, the Princess of Wales. I mean, I don't even know where to go from this. But Meghan is the reason why this is all happening, and Harry allowed it to happen. Harry has just as much fault as Meghan does in this. Now, let me get to the article here, and let me read this out to you, because I love that Prince Seeiso's brother has come out in defense of Dr. Sophie Chandauka. Kids Irrelevant says, no way a package would have made it to the king. Yeah, I don't believe it either. I don't believe it. I don't even know where that story came from, but I don't believe it, to be honest. I don't. So it says here that Prince Harry lost interest in Sentebale, the African charity he founded in 2006 before resigned in March. Now, let me say, because I know we should start being factual when it comes to Harry. Prince Harry was not the founder of Sentebale. The work and everything was done for him, and it was handed to him, and now he's being presented as the founder. And that's the issue with Harry. The issue with Harry is because he's always been placed in a higher ranking because he's prince. He's got a higher self-worth. Like, he thinks of himself as being a higher pedestal than other people. So they think, oh, well, Harry, you're a founder now. It's just like Meghan. She's a nobody, but she wants to be a CEO. She wants to be a founder. As Ever hasn't even been restocked from their, I don't know, they didn't sell anything, or the few jams that they did sell. And the website hasn't even been re-updated. I bet you now that I've mentioned it here, maybe Meghan will go and update her As Ever, and people will get their liquefied, disgusting spread, which gross, looks like menstrual fluid, but who knows. But Meghan and Harry are the same. They are very egotistical, and they love having ranks. They love having these titles. And that is a very narcissistic trait, because I worked with a narcissistic woman who always had to tell everyone that she had a PhD, that she had a PhD. It was never ending. And this is who Harry and Meghan are. Just like Meghan, she wants to be a CEO, but you've never been a CEO. She wants to be a founder, but you're not a founder. You didn't start up like a multi-billion-dollar company. You didn't do any of that. All you have been is a perpetual failure. That's it. And now they are failures when it comes to charity. Because remember, when Harry and Meghan left the royal family, they said they were going to pay like close attention. They're going to be involved in their charitable work. And well, we haven't seen that. We've just seen them use charities to line their own pockets, right? That's all they've been doing, is using charities. That's all. I don't know if you guys know this, but Meghan Markle has been distancing herself from Archewell now. She doesn't call herself a co-founder of Archewell like she has before. And if you guys do follow me on X, hold on, I know I'm going all over the place today. I did ask this very simple question, because if you guys remember, the Sussex Squad did raise a ton of money for Archewell, right? To pass over to other, what was it, charities, allegedly. So I did just put up this interesting question that, since Meghan Markle no longer wants to be connected to Archewell, Meghan didn't have any issues being connected with Archewell as long as the donations were coming in from the Sussex Squad for various charities. Now, the real question here is, where is this $649,982 raised when the appropriate charities never received these funds? Where's the money? Because I highly, highly doubt that Sussex squaddies, okay, Sussex supporters planted 122,000 trees. Yeah, right. If some of those Sussex support heifers planted 122 trees, we would have known about it, but they didn't. So where is this money? We got to know. We got to know all the questions for this. Hello from California. Hello to you too, darling. But this is what Archewell needs to be audited at this point. And Harry and Meghan, the fact that Meghan has started distancing herself from Archewell tells me that she's getting ready to throw Harry under the bus and to ride the bus over him a couple of times too. So not only are they allegedly, or in my opinion, taking money from charities to line their own pockets, they have also laundered money from the Sussex Squad under claims of donating to charities. We all know that all their accounts are in Delaware. And with Delaware, you can put the money through the accounts and only donate 3 to 5%. That's it. And this is why I also like to thank Harry and Meghan for really opening the door and opening our eyes to how scammy and disgusting charities are. Because this has shown me that charities, like even the cancer foundations, even the kids' wish networks, things like that, they're all frauds. None of the money that you are actually giving is really going to these children. It's more going into the pockets of the CEOs, the solicitors, their lawyers, and maybe 0.1% or 1% will get to the actual cause. And that is nothing, absolutely nothing. That's a lot of hidden funds. Yeah, there is a lot. There is a lot, but they can't plant their feet, never mind tree. You guys are messy in the chat. I love it. But let me get to this article, because I've been saying that I'm going to read this to you, because I love the fact that Prince Seiso's own brother has come out swinging against Prince Harry. So it says that Prince Harry lost interest in Sentebale after the charity was handed to him in 2006, is what I'm going to say, before he resigned in March after marrying Meghan Markle. the co-founder's brother has claimed. The Duke of Sussex's waning attention had killed the spirit of the charity after he and the Suits alum quit royal life in 2020 and hightailed it across the pond, Prince Seiso's brother, Chief Khoabane Theko, told Telegraph. Last month, Harry and all of the other trustees on the charity board sensationally resigned from the youth-focused organization. He admitted he was devastated and in shock to have to step down. As the fallout from the Duke's decision continues, Theko admitted that he was perturbed that Harry had failed to visit Lesotho more often. Or, hold on, you guys told me how to pronounce it. It's Lesotho more often. The former working royal last visited Lesotho in October 2024, but the visit marked his first in 6 years. Before marrying Markle in 2018, the Duke had made 4 separate trips to the African country between 2010 and 2015. When Sentebale was launched, I remember his words quite vividly because he was quite strong in saying, "My mother, this place, her passion about Africa," and all that. You can tell that Prince Seiso's brother is even annoyed by Prince Harry. He's a loved figure because of his openness, but his loss of interest has totally killed the spirit of Sentebale's survival. I haven't seen him, Prince Harry, since he got married. Theko said that he had previously regarded Harry as a very down-to-earth person who was not as self-indulgent during his more frequent trips. I'm surprised that he's relinquishing the charity at this stage when one expected that he would jealously guard it because under his mother's legacy, and I thought he would want to die for it. Unless maybe he is prepared to come after and fix it and get it back, because I do not believe it comes easy to him to want to give it up like he's doing. It's a little bit strange for me. Elsewhere, Theko claimed that the Duchess of Sussex, 43, never came to Lesotho, describing her as a faraway person to locals. Did she never come to Lesotho, Meghan? No, she hasn't. So it seems like she's a faraway person for us. We do not know about her, he said of the former actress. The couple took several trips to Africa over the years, including a vacation to Botswana for Markle's 37th birthday in 2017. Theko said he was surprised the Sussexes didn't make a stop to Lesotho during their several African trips. Yeah, we all wondered that. Well, we don't need to wonder it because we all know Meghan Markle hates Black people. Let's be honest. Let me keep it 100% factual. Meghan Markle is just like her mother, Doria, will use white people to her advantage, but she also hates her own people. She hates her own skin type and cannot stand being around her own type. That's what it is. That's what's going on, and that is the truth. Freya says their actual life is a real-life SNL skit. It truly is. It truly is. So I wanted to show you here because it is apparent that since Harry moved to the States and their Oprah interview absolutely has destroyed their brand, nobody wants to be associated with them because they are toxic. They are toxic and people can see through them 100%. People can see that they don't care about the charities. They can see that they really don't care about helping these individuals who rely on these charities. It's really about the optics. It's really about getting the adulations and all of the clout for it. And that's it. Because let's remember, Harry also promised to donate. Remember, he was supposed to donate money from his books. He said that he was going to donate $1.5 million from the sale of Spare to Sentebale. And guess what? That never happened. Where's the money, Harry? There's something gross about people who go around making promises to charities and never follow through. This reminds me of Harry and Meghan's stunt in Harlem, where they went to a school in one of the most impoverished zip codes of New York City in Harlem. And they were there. They showed up with a box of moldy fruits and vegetables. And these are people where the school basically turns into a community center after hours. So families who don't have a place to sleep or have a place to stay, they can stay there and use the facilities and things like that. But then Harry and Meghan promised with P&G that they would give this school in Harlem a brand new washer and dryer. And guess what? Never arrived. A brand new washer and dryer. But Meghan sure got all her photos with the children, using them, reading to them. We were also gotten an eye full of Harry's butt crack and underwear as he was sitting on the floor in front of his mommy, listening to her read The Bench to everyone. It was pathetic. And don't forget that they also had to pay $5 for the book. They had to bring a donation of $5. Imagine asking of these families who usually have nothing to eat for breakfast to bring $5 for a rich, raggedy trollop who showed up and wearing a $30,000 outfit. The parents didn't like that one bit. And I have the video that one of the parents had recorded and uploaded to YouTube and was pissed off about it. I have that video. I had played it a while back. I have it on my Twitter account also. But the thing is that Harry and Meghan are liars. Harry, and yeah, it was a gross outfit. She looked like a human blood clot walking around in that red, nasty outfit and her claws hanging out. But Harry and Meghan are frauds. They are the type of people that I've told you. Meghan Markle wants to be a leech off of society while pretending she is a philanthropist, humanitarian, when she isn't. Do you guys remember when Meghan Markle met Gina Newthorpe Crown? She said she wants the PR agency to build her up as a humanitarian philanthropist. It's always been an act. It's always been BS. Meghan Markle has never cared about helping people, just like Harry has never cared about helping people. Because if Harry cared about helping anyone, he would have helped. He would have helped Lekitso. Remember? The little 10-month-old Lekitso in his arms back in 2004. And this was Harry. And this was when the 10-month-old had been RAPED and tortured by her mother's boyfriend, who believed a witch doctor who had told him that having sex with an infant would cure him of his HIV. And what had happened to this young 10-month-old girl was so horrific that they had to remove her entire uterus. It was horrific. Harry promised to take care of this young girl when she was 10 months old. She had to have her womb removed. He promised to help pay for her education, for everything. And guess what? None of that ever happened. Harry never helped out. All Sentebale did was send out $22 and maybe some milk. Harry and Meghan are liars and ding-dongs. They're complete frauds. They don't care about helping people. They are white saviors who want to go around exploiting these impoverished African nations by pretending like they are something special, like they are helping these people, when truly they aren't. They are not doing anything. Going to an impoverished country and giving them the false sense of hope is you hurting them even more. You giving them a false sense of hope and then never showing up is you destroying them and hurting them even more than what they were before you got there. That's my opinion. Complete ding-dongs. Meghan doesn't care for Black people. Harry doesn't either. Just how he can use them. I've shown you guys before the video of Meghan Markle being nasty towards not only Sophie Chandauka, but also, remember in Nigeria, where she had a problem with Harry just helping the one of the host's wife up on stage and even cut her off. The host's wife was going to stand in her position right here, but Meghan sure cock blocked that. Watch this.
Please come up on stage. The wife of the Honorable Minister of Defense, please. Please come up on stage.
I would love to be a fly on the wall to know what this woman said to Meghan at this point to make her just like put her head down and not acknowledge her. Like, look, Meghan's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'd like to know what she had said to her at this point. But that wasn't the only time. There was this, so we remember.
Such a great day here at again, a big thank you to all those who provided.
This was just nasty right here. This look that she gives Harry, like, can you believe the audacity of this woman? I had to tell her to come and stand over here this many times. Meghan is a bitch, point blank, period. Straight up bitch. And Harry was just an emotional idiot that she got her claws into. Now, I got to shout out Revealing the Narc. If you guys aren't following her channel, she has an amazing channel on YouTube and she has a great Twitter account. But she also found another instance of Meghan completely blocking out another Black woman. This was during their tour of South Africa. Remember? Now watch this. There's no sound on this one, but you see how Meghan stands and like, that is so rude. That is so rude to do that, to purposely stand in front of someone. Like, you know she's there and you did that to get her out of the, just turning your back towards someone is rude. Meghan clearly has a problem with dark-skinned ladies. She has a problem with Black people, 100%. She doesn't like them. She doesn't like them. That's why she's never dated one. She doesn't associate with them unless if they have a bank account in the millions or billions. Other than that, like, just look at her Sussex squatties. Meghan doesn't really care to acknowledge her dark-skinned Sussex squatties, but will go and take photos with the white squatties and their white friends and them. But yeah, what does that tell you? It just tells you that Meghan hates Black people. She absolutely hates them. Yeah, so uncouth. Definitely uncouth. Her actions prove she has zero self-confidence. Definitely. That is very true. That is very true. Matching tattoos. That was absolutely ridiculous. But that just shows that Harry is a weak little wimp. And that ever since Harry and Meghan, well, ever since Harry allowed himself to be manipulated by Meghan, he has basically, you know, caused a lot of issues. He has shown us who he is. He doesn't care about charity and helping out people. Harry and Meghan only care about one charity, and that is their own pockets. Meghan only cares about herself. She doesn't even care about Harry, let's be honest. Let's be completely honest about that. Meghan doesn't give a flying fig about Harry, but she does care about the clout that she brings him. And like I said before, the only reason Meghan married Harry was because of the doors that he would open for her, the opportunities that he would allow her to have that she has never had before. That's all Harry's done. All while he has given up everything. He has no friends. He doesn't get invited out by anyone, anywhere. He's a complete loser. He gave it all up for a raggedy trollop. But at the end of the day, I am just happy that Prince Seeiso's brother came out in support of Dr. Sophie Chandauka and basically confirmed that, yeah, Harry and Meghan have screwed over the charity. Now just take a look at Invictus also. Invictus is another charity that Meghan basically railroaded. Started making unnecessary speeches from the minute that she could. For what reason? Meghan's not involved in Invictus. She's not involved in Sentebale. It has nothing to do with her. But anytime Meghan can, she will shoehorn herself into Harry's projects, railroad them, demolish them, destroy them. But yet Harry is never allowed to be a part of her projects. You notice that? You notice how she never allows him to be like a partner also, but he gets to be a fool and like and what is it? And juggle balls outside of a window. MeghansMole, you are so right on everything, on every single thing. Thank you for reminding us again. God bless you and your family. When will this mattress actress be caught out? It's been too long now. Trust me, it has been too long. I have been seeing these headlines, and I'm going to make a video about this because I'm quite upset about this. I've been seeing headlines about King Charles leaving this mess for Prince William to deal with. And trust me, I've got my thoughts about that because it shouldn't have to be left up to William to deal with it. So I will be making a video about that and getting into that because that has really boiled my piss, as I like to say. I don't think William should have to deal with Harry and his trollop of a wife. Question for Harry: was Meghan's old manky minge worth it? I bet you it was like throwing a hot dog down a hallway because it's been used. Oh God, I shouldn't even say that. That's horrible. My apologies. Anyways, my friends, I'm going to get out of here because I want to get to work on this other video. I'm so glad I could jump on here and talk to you guys because I've missed you guys so much and I hated being away, but that's just what happens when you have a real child to take care of who ends up having a stomach virus and is puking all over the place and then passes it over to their parent, because that's always the fun part of being a parent. You know, that's the one thing that I noticed with Harry and Meghan is that as quote unquote parents of Archofficial and Invisibet, you notice how they never talk about getting any kind of germs from their little petri dishes who allegedly never go to school. Anyways, my friends, if I don't see you guys or if I don't come on, happy Easter to everyone. Happy Good Friday and happy Easter Sunday, my friends. I hope you all have a good one and I will catch you all in the next one. Oh, my little man, he's okay. He's getting better. Just the little petri dish has now passed along to me. And well, the only way that I reason getting sick and throwing up is because then I think of, oh, it's summer and I could get into my summertime hot body and get my hot girl summer going. But yeah, anyways, that's just me. Happy Easter, my friends. Happy Easter, my darlings. Happy Good Friday, my friends. Make sure you don't eat meat tomorrow. Remember, no meat on Good Friday. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Make sure you thank the mods. And yeah, I will talk to you all later. Toodles, my darling. Bye.